Hey everyone, welcome back to Cat Mindset Explained, the channel where we turn your cat's weirdest habits into aha moments. I'm Tom, and if you've ever caught your cat doing something totally bizarre and thought, what on earth is going on in that furry little head? You are not alone. Today, we're counting down the top 10 weird cat behaviors that leave millions of cat parents confused, amused, or slightly concerned. From the classic butt lift when you pet them, to dragging dead mice into your bedroom at 3 a.m., we're diving deep into the science, the instincts, and the love behind every strange move. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your cat the same way again, and you'll know exactly how to respond so you can build an even stronger bond. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we drop cat wisdom every week. Let's jump right in. 1. Why does my cat lift their butt when I pet them? Number 1 on our list is probably the most famous and most misunderstood cat move of all time: the sudden butt lift when you scratch near the base of their tail. Here's what's happening. The base of a cat's tail is packed with nerve endings and scent glands. It's basically an erogenous zone for them. When you pet or scratch that spot gently, it feels amazing, like the world's best back rub. Many cats respond by lifting their rear high in the air and sometimes even pushing back into your hand. But there's more to it than just pleasure. In the wild, cats use this exact posture as a friendly greeting. When two cats meet, the one who wants to say, "Hey, I trust you," will lift its tail and present its rear so the other cat can sniff the anal glands and learn all about its mood, health, and identity. So when your cat does it to you, they're literally treating you like another cat and saying, "We're buddies." Female cats in heat do this even more dramatically because it's part of their mating signal. If your cat is not spayed and starts doing the butt lift constantly while meowing loudly, that's a big clue she's in season. Pro tip: keep pets short and sweet at first. If your cat suddenly walks away or flicks their tail after a few seconds, they've had enough. Over-petting this sensitive area can flip from bliss to overstimulated in a heartbeat. 2. Why do cats cover their faces while sleeping? You walk into the room and there's your cat, curled up like a cinnamon roll with one paw draped dramatically over their eyes. Adorable. But why? Cats are crepuscular, most active at dawn and dusk. That means they sleep a lot during the day when the house is bright. Covering their face blocks out light so they can get deeper, more restful sleep. At the same time, tucking their nose under a paw or their tail helps trap body heat. Cats run hotter than humans, around 101 to 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit, /38 to 39 degrees Celsius. So they're constantly looking for ways to stay toasty. Sometimes it's not even intentional. Your cat might be mid-grooming session, lick their paw, then just conk out with the paw still on their face. Classic cat clumsiness. Fun fact: kittens do this more than adults because they're still learning how to regulate temperature. Senior cats do it because they feel the cold more easily. If your cat suddenly starts hiding their face a lot more than usual, it could also be a sign they're stressed or in pain. Watch for other clues like changes in appetite or litter box habits. 3. Why do some cats talk so much? If your cat sounds like they're having full conversations with you, congratulations, you've got a talker. Oriental breeds like Siamese, Oriental Shorthairs, and Bengals are famous for this, but any cat can become a chatterbox. The number one reason? They've trained you. Cats are incredibly smart. They quickly learn that a loud meow at 6 a.m. gets them breakfast, or a series of chirps makes you open the door. It's positive reinforcement at its finest. Stress is another huge trigger. New baby, new pet, moving house, or even your work schedule changing can turn a quiet cat into a non-stop talker. Unneutered cats are the loudest of all. Females yowl when in heat. Males yowl when they smell a female in heat. Spaying or neutering usually quiets things down dramatically. Boredom and separation anxiety also make cats chatty. They're basically saying, "Hey human, I'm lonely. Play with me." Owner tip. If the meowing is excessive and new, rule out medical issues first. Thyroid problems or high blood pressure can cause it. Then give them more enrichment, puzzle feeders, window perches, and scheduled playtime. 4. Why does my cat lick me, then suddenly bite? This one confuses so many owners. Sweet little licks followed by a quick love bite. There are 3 main explanations. First, it's often grooming behavior. Cats lick each other to bond and clean. When they do it to you, they're treating you like family. The gentle nibble is just part of the routine. Second, it can be a polite "I'm done" signal. Cats have a short tolerance for petting. Once they reach their limit, they give you a little nip to say, "Stop now, please." This is called petting-induced aggression, and it's completely normal. Third, it might be playful. Look at the body language. Ears forward, tail up, pupils slightly dilated equals, "Let's play." Safety note, never punish the bite. Instead, learn their warning signs and stop petting the second their tail starts twitching. Redirect to a toy so they can bite something appropriate. 5. Why do cats keep changing their favorite sleeping spot? A 2019 study in Animal Behavior Science followed over 1,177 cats and found the average feline has about 5 favorite sleeping spots. Why the constant rotation? It's pure survival instinct. In the wild, a fixed den is dangerous. Predators learn where to find you. Moving around keeps them safe. Domestic cats still carry this hardwired behavior. They also rotate to regulate temperature, avoid strong smells from the litter box or food, and claim new territory by leaving their scent. Sleeping in your spot? That's the ultimate compliment. Your scent makes them feel secure. 6. Why do cats steal your seat the second you get up? It's not spite. It's love and science. Your chair is the perfect temperature, and it smells exactly like you, their favorite person. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks, paws, and forehead. By sitting there, they're mixing your scent with theirs, creating a family smell that feels safe. Some cats do it to get your attention. If I take your spot, you'll have to sit with me. 7. Why do cats make biscuits? This behavior starts the day they're born. Kittens need their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow. The motion feels comforting, so they keep doing it as adults when they're happy, relaxed, or bonding with you. If they need you, it's a huge sign of trust. They're also marking you with the scent glands in their paws. Tip: trim their nails or put a blanket between you if the claws get too sharp. 8. Why do cats get those huge, dilated pupils? A cat's pupils are like mood rings. They dilate in low light to let in more light, but they also expand when the cat is excited, scared, playful, or overstimulated. After eating their favorite treat, giant pupils. Spotting a bird outside, giant pupils. In heat or stressed, giant pupils. Constant dilation with no obvious cause can signal pain, high blood pressure, or neurological issues. Time for a vet visit. 9. Why does my cat insist on sleeping on top of me? Your body is a living heated blanket. Cats need warmth and security. Sleeping on you also lets them monitor your breathing and heartbeat. It's comforting. Plus, it's the ultimate trust move. Even though cats are independent, they miss you when you're gone and want that close contact.